Hello, Advanced Ranks. How's it going? How's your day today? Hopefully it's going well. Today we're going to be working on some of our kicks, more specifically a back kick, a jump back kick, a step and jump back kick, and a 360 back kick. Now, if you're a brown belt, you only really need to know that jump back kick. But if you're a red belt, you do need to know that jump back kick, the step and jump back kick, and the 360 back kick. If you are a brown belt, I request that today you do work on those other steps and 360 as well as your jump. These things will come in handy later, but not only that, if you can get a jump back kick down, you can get those other two quite well down as well. To get started, I'm going to want you to grab something now. You're not going to get exactly what I grabbed here today, but I want you to grab something a little bit more of the same. So if you have a partner, a friend that you're working with, maybe you got a family member that also does Taekwondo, you can grab them. Or if you don't have any of that, just grab a sturdy object or be by a sturdy object that you can hit with an okay amount of power. I'm not saying breaking through the wall or anything, but something that you can lightly tap or something that you can stand next to practice this kick. Doing it in the air is going to feel a bit funny, but also it's going to help you build up some bad habits. When you have a partner, you have a wall even to do this with, it can help you practice the technique a bit better. So to get started, all I want you to do is grab that object and stand in front of it. So I got Bob in front of me and he's going to be helping me out today. The first thing that we're going to do is just a simple back kick. We're going to talk about the steps. I know you know the steps, I know you know how to do it. Break it down with me because it's going to make your job a lot easier later. First step to any turning kick is I need to show my heel to my opponent. I cannot do a turning kick unless that front heel gets lifted up. Try your best to do it. It's impossible. So I'm going to lift up my heel first. As I do this, I'm going to bring my shoulder tucked in here, or I can keep my hands up and rotate. Just make sure you're guarding the right side of your chin. So I'm here. 1. Now, turn your back foot, put some weight onto it. This weight is going to help you a lot later. So we're here, go. 1. Do it 5 times, go. 2. Go. 3. Go. 4. Go. 5. Switch feet, same thing. Show your opponent. Show your heel to your opponent on your back foot. 1. Go. 2. Go. 3. Go. 4. Go. 5. Now, the next step of our back kick is obviously just a back kick. As a reminder with our kick, we need to be looking over the shoulder of the leg we're kicking with. So if I'm kicking with my left leg, I'm looking over my left shoulder. If I look over my right shoulder and try to kick with my left leg, I can't do it powerfully. Feel free to try it now to understand why you can't. It's just not possible. It's impossible. So I turn, I look over the shoulder, and now all I'm going to do is take my front knee and extend it straight backwards. I want a straight line between my opponent, my heel hitting my opponent, my foot hitting my opponent, my knee and my hip. There. If it's not a straight line, I'm doing something here, understand that I'm losing power. You can do that from an aggressive opponent that's jumping, but you still need that straight line. So even if you're going higher and it's not exactly straight, it needs to be as straight as you can make it. This is not an acceptable kick. Not only that, you're not going to hit it with enough power to get a point in sparring, or if you're in a real fight, it's not going to be enough power to do anything but hurt you and get taken down to the ground. So let's do 3 good back kicks each leg. Go. 1. You don't have to hit hard, just tap, make sure you got the right procedures. Go. 2. Go. 3. Switch feet. Go. 1. Ooh. Go. 2. Go. 3. As you can see, Bob's a little bit of a lightweight, which is great because I don't want you to be kicking anything too hard today. It's more about technique, not power. So now let's get into our jump back kick. Our jump back kick is just a back kick that we jump with, although there is one more step I want to talk about today, something that makes this kick more powerful, a little bit easier to do, and more realistic in a sparring sense. So go to your 2 position, look over your shoulder. Bend your knees and hop. Do it again, look over your shoulder, bend your knees, hop. See what I'm doing there? I need to bend my knees to jump. Face me, keep your knees straight and try to hop for me. It's not possible. Bend your knees, lift up. That's what I'm doing here. 1, 2, bend, hop. Now unfortunately, a jump back kick isn't just a back kick with a jump. There's one more thing we need to talk about, and that's the scissor motion. Scissor being with our feet. So after I jump, I need to switch my feet here. If I don't do that, then I'm not going to have a lot of power going backwards. Remember, I'm in the air, so I don't have my balance or my power to support this kick. So all I want you to do is face your wall, face your object, face your partner. Turn, jump, and switch. Don't kick, just kind of bring your foot close to them. Ready? Go, 1, 2. Go. 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 We're just gonna go 3 times with our other leg. Switch. Go. Go. Remember, I'm switching my feet at the same time, and I'm extending my leg. Go. 2. Go. 3. Ironically, kids get this down really, really well, but adults tend to struggle with that scissor motion. They separate it, meaning that they go here, they go 1, 2. If you do that, then you no longer have powerful force. Imagine if you were cutting a piece of paper, but this top one didn't move at all. The scissors broken, it's not gonna work. It's the same time that you switch, not 1, then 2. Now, all we're gonna do is the kick. If you do this properly, you should be able to stand shoulder to shoulder with your object and still be able to hit it with power nova. Again, light taps. I need to tell myself that more than anything, more than anybody. So when you're here, stand shoulder to shoulder, rotate, go. Now, I want you to practice this. I'll tell you when to switch legs, but for right now, just keep that same leg up. Keep going through as I'm talking. Remember to switch your legs at the same time. If I go 1, 2, this kick no longer works. Look over your shoulder, see how you switch, extend back. Keep that straight line. Just because we're using our legs to scissor here doesn't mean I'm going there. It's still straight back. I always relate it to a battering ram with our leg. My leg comes up and it slams backwards. 1, 2. All right, switch legs, try it with your other leg. Once you get this motion down, the step and jump back, the 360 back actually gets relatively easier. It's not as difficult as it looks. All right. Keep going with that other leg. You should know how to use both legs. It's very important in a sparring sense, more than I would say a majority of kicks. You know, a round kick, you need to know both legs, hook kick, same, but with the jump back kick, it's such an instinctual kick, meaning that if your other leg's forward, when they start to charge, you don't get to control when they charge or not, right? You just need to throw it fast without thinking. And if you can't use that leg, then you're not gonna hit the kick. You need to know how to use both. All right, freeze. Now with our step and jump back, our 360 back, we're only gonna use our favorite legs on these ones, but feel free to pause it and use your other one if you would like. The difference between a step and jump back and a jump back is a step. Now, if you want to step in, get close, and then rotate and fade away as you do this kick, fine with it, honestly. It's not that bad. However, another way that you can do this is a reaching kick, meaning I'm here, and instead of fading away, I still do the scissor motion, but I'm more sending that back leg straight through. So we're gonna do this 5 times, and I want you to choose what you wanna do first. But the most important thing here is the step. You can step here to get more power. But if I step like that, if I'm fighting you and I go here, what kick am I doing? A jump back kick. You can charge me the second I do that. So make sure you're being careful and not giving them too much. How I always tell people to step is just step normally. Because if you step normally, you can do any kick you want, right? You can throw punches, you're safe. And then if you want to go into a back kick, you can. But if you step here, it forces you into a turning or spinning kick. And the second you do that, it gives your opponent a little bit of a heads up on what you're doing, which could cause you to lose a point, a match, or even get knocked out. So, step normally, step around, you do what you want, but understand that there's pros and cons to both. 5 times on your favorite leg. Go. Step, rotate, kick. 1. Let's speed it up. Go. Step, kick. 2. Go. 1, 2, 3. Go. Now, this time get a bit closer. Step. They saw their step. They charge it in. Fade away. 2 more times. Go. Step. Fade away. Final 1. Step. Bang. Face me. Chariot. At ease. Final kick. The 360 back kick. Now there's 2 ways you can think about this kick. You can think of it as more of a power or rotation spinning into a strike, or you can think about this as the ultimate reach kick. So somebody's really, really far away, they're literally across the entire floor, and you are charging at them and hitting them. Or you can think of this as more of a spin. I'm close range, I'm acting like I'm doing a front kick or a round kick, they're staying where they're at, and I spin and just hit them as hard as I can. Either way you think about it, understand what you're doing going in. If you're doing it as a line drill across the floor, I would do a length or a reach. Go really far as you can. If you're doing this in a sparring match, if you're that far away from somebody, it's going to be really hard to hit them. Even if you're doing this fancy kick going forward, right? Somebody starts to charge at you. A simple sidestep is something we learned at purple, green, and blue belt. So, I'm here. I put my foot up. I'm going to do 1 and 2 while keeping my foot in the air. Ready? So face your opponent, do a front kick. 1 and 2 in the air. Switch your feet. Kick. That's our 360 back. Ready? Foot up. Rotate. Kick. The other way you can think about this is do a step and jump back where you don't touch the ground. Ready? Step and jump back. Don't touch the ground. 1 more time. Now, if you're practicing this on a wall or a person, you may notice that you're doing something. You may be doing this. Now, while I'm talking, still kind of practice this kick. If you're doing this, listen to me. You step in, you may notice that you hit and you continue to spin through. That's because you're not doing your kick properly. You are rotating your hips too much, meaning that you're going here, and instead of stopping and sending your legs back, your hip continues to spin, which means your foot continues to spin. Your foot and hip are connected. My hips are spinning, my foot is spinning. So, after you do this first step, you turn your hips backwards, lock your hips. Do not rotate anymore. Send it straight back. If you don't lock your hips and you continue to spin, it's here, which is kind of like a 360 spin hook kick. Not what we're doing here. Do it 3 more times. Ready, go. 1, go. 2, go. 3. Face me. Chariot, kunye. At ease. That was our class today. Hopefully you learned something new and you got a bit better at it. I can't wait to see you next week. And let's end on an extremely high note. What's our goal? Black belt excellence, sir. I will see you guys later.